Every man has a story when they frequently visit Sin City. Even if you keep your heart locked up in your safety deposit box with your passport and money, eventually there will be a woman that finds that key. Right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from the rural Thailand countryside. Today we have a Pattaya veteran that has been there 17 times and he's not had any issues, but finally he meets a woman that gives him some. So, without further delay, let's jump into today's Pattaya story. Hi Dan, and hello to the whole community. I have been coming to the channel for well over a year, and I also wanted to share my own experience. Now, I'm sorry for my English level, I'm trying to increase it. I am a 40-year-old Frenchman in good shape. I am not lacking love in my country. I stayed a lot in Pattaya, and I was rather proud of never having gotten attached by avoiding all the red flags of the Isan game and company in 17 stays in this city. I went through a difficult time with the loss of my mother before this trip, and I met a 28-year-old girl from Chonburi who worked in her mother's massage parlour. I tried to ask her for a happy ever after twice, and the second time she finally accepted it by telling me that she never usually did that.
I smell bullshit.
I ended up taking her line ID to see her outside the parlour. That same evening, she followed me to my room. I was supposed to give her 3,000 baht, but she refused, telling me that we would see each other later without having any guarantee that we would see each other again. I was already done for at that point. I started lying to myself by ignoring all the red flags that I could see during the following 27 days. Why is her son 100% Thai when he is 3 years old? And she tells me she had an English boyfriend during that period. Why does she have pictures of herself in Denmark that go back a year on her Instagram? Why is her level of English so good when she tells me she hasn't had many Falang boyfriends? All these questions that she managed to justify by lying impressively. Now, her ex-boyfriend was a bad boy from Liverpool who paid for everything but cheated on her, because it's well known it's always the bad of the Falang. I actually think she's still with him and continues to work while he sponsors her. I started to let my guard down day after day and to develop feelings for her. I gave her money every day without her asking me. It was part of my holiday money, and I didn't spend much while staying with her, so I might as well help her. So, everything went well for the rest of my holiday, apart from a big jealousy drama one evening. This reinforced my idea that she was really attached to me. Now, my biggest mistake was not using protection with her, and she understood that very well. The day of my return flight finally arrived, back to real life. She cried in my arms when I got into the taxi, and I admit that I was sad too. She continued to keep in touch and sent me messages every day when she woke up, and I admit that it was a refreshing break for me. Going back to work in the middle of winter was tough, and I felt alone. One morning, she told me she needed to talk to me. I took time out of my rest time to call her on video. She was in tears, telling me that she was 2 weeks late for her period. It caused a white knight syndrome in me. I sent her 10,000 baht so she could go get a blood test and for medical expenses, just in case. I just asked her to send me the test results. I waited 8 days before talking to her about it again, and I felt that she was getting colder and colder with me without understanding why, since I was trying to be there for her and reassure her about this situation. Now, luckily for me, I have friends in Pattaya who went to see what was happening. She was doing very well for a girl who was supposed to be pregnant with a holiday love. She was even accepting customers with a smile. So, I confronted her and I felt like I didn't know the person that I was talking to. She told me that her love was precious and that if I wanted it, I had to give up 45,000 baht per month to support her and her 100% Thai kid. I put an end to all that, and in a corner of my mind, I have a hard time convincing myself that everything was false, even if it was objectively. I'm going to go back to my old butterfly rules. In Pattaya, leave your heart in the safety box with your passport and most of your cash. If the Englishman from Liverpool recognises himself, watch out, dude. You're paying for lies despite the jealousy crisis she had on you in Koh Phangan. It's just a way to justify her unfaithful behaviour. Now, I can't really complain. I spend more than 10,000 baht some nights. But it hurts the ego to realise that we've been scammed after so much time there and so much advice to avoid it. And I'm definitely going to joke of sponsors less now. We can all be money pigs at our level. Be careful in Thailand. Don't think that being good looking protects you from the money machine. In the end, all the young men I met with a good girl ended up returning to the country for various reasons, but on the same problem. In the end, money. Thanks for your work, Dan, and take care. Right, guys, so even a Pattaya veteran still gets hoodwinked by a Thai woman. Now, this guy was lucky, 10,000 baht, but it's not really the money. It's the issue of her saying she's pregnant and this man believing it and probably going over and over the situation in his mind, thinking, what the hell am I going to do now? And it's a horrible situation to be in, and I can understand why men would drop their guard and obviously pay to try to help out. If they don't understand how the medical system works here, don't understand how the hospital system works, they're just going to pay out a load of money without understanding what it really costs. And then they have to deal with the trauma of it all being fake. But luckily, this guy had friends in Pattaya that went to go check on her, not hard to find her. And yeah, they seen that she was still having a good time, still with her customers and still playing the old money game with everybody that comes into whichever bar she's at. That's just the way it is. Now, guys, have you had this pregnancy issue? Have you got a story to share that's similar to this guy's? Let us know in the comments or share your story on the channel and send it in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com. But guys, when you're entering a place like Pattaya, girls are going to say and do absolutely everything if they feel like you have money to spend, and they will give you that girlfriend treatment, wife treatment. They will do the best to make you feel amazing, but you've got to pay for that feeling and keep paying for it. The choice is yours. Take it easy, guys. Look after yourselves. Don't get suckered into anything. And like this guy said, keep your heart in the safety deposit box. Take it easy. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.